ladies and gentlemen, for the next fight of the evening will be under 61 kilogram. Introducing first, is coming from Ukraine. Give it up for Andrey Tyshchenko.
Machiavellian is Illuminati, all through your body. The blows like a 12-gauge shot.
Well, how do you outdo that? How do you how do you get any better than that? How do you follow that? Some guy proposing to his girlfriend. And now we move back to the bantamweight division here for this fight. Andrey Tyshchenko of Ukraine, undefeated in his young, blossoming career at 1-0. He is from Odessa, Ukraine, where the last FIA event took place. FIA Kickboxing debuted in Odessa in September. And now the 22-year-old, who is also making his EFC debut here tonight, will show us what he's made of. That is Stanislav Vernita in the front row.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce his opponent to the red corner. He's coming from Moldova. Please give it up for Eugen Sarov.
Eugen Sarov of Moldova, 20 years old, making his debut here tonight. And as I understand, has a very accomplished amateur background and now steps in to the professional arena for the first time. Represents one of the most successful and decorated clubs here in EFC. There you can see the heavyweight champion behind him, Alexander Romanov, carrying the flag. And well, when the Lion team comes to the cage, they always come in force. There's a lot of people there. They're clogging up the whole entrance area there. There's so many of them here. They really support each other. They support their teammates and their fellow fighters really a lot.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the blue corner. Age at 22, weighing 61 kilogram, height 1.69 meters, having a personal record of 1 fight, 1 win. He's fighting for Odessa MMA team. Ladies and gentlemen, from Ukraine, bring it up for Andrey Tyshchenko. Presenting the red corner, age at 20, weighing 61 kilogram, height 1.67 meters. This is debut in mixed martial arts. He's fighting for Lion Conrad from Moldova. Bring it up to Eugen Sarov. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a bantamweight under 61.2 kilogram, 5-minute, 3-round MMA rules. Referee in the ring, Denis Pokatilov.
You are professionals to know rules. Protect yourself and listen to my comments. If you won't, touch your hands. Back to your comments. Are you ready? Are you ready? Fight!
Round 1 underway here. Ukraine versus Moldova in this contest. The Moldovan with the red tape around his gloves, closing the distance very quickly from a southpaw stance. There's that overhand left. Shooting in for the takedown. Takes him all the way across the cage here. Let's see if he can complete this thing or not. Picks him up and dumps his man on the canvas. Trying to move right into full mount there, but Sarov scrambles back up to his feet. Ooh, boy, he may have that thing in. He may have that. He's hanging there, suspended in the air on his opponent. See how long he can stay in this position here. Sometimes you're able to wiggle free from that position, sometimes not. He has freed himself and now has turned the tables on his opponent. This was the position that Tyshchenko was looking for, but now it's Sarov who's on top. Look how he's got the left arm and the right arm over the top there, preventing Sarov from using any strikes and perhaps setting him up for some kind of a submission hold. Sarov now stacks him up. Sends a knee inside there. That'll make him reevaluate his position. Sometimes right when you think you've got your man all tied up, you get a knee like that. Sometimes involuntary actions occur, which allow you to release a hold here. He's got to be weary of the arm. That's a very dangerous thing to do. Now, I have seen people knocked out cold before by being slammed like that. Uh-oh. Trying to pull the arm free here. And once again, Sarov trying to lift him up from that position and spike him on his head. But, oh my! He may have that arm. He just needs to pull it a little bit more here. Well, he's got it in a good position now, but he almost had that thing completely hyperextended. He's still working on the arm. Sarov has to be very, very careful here from this position. You're walking a razor's edge when you're trying to pick somebody up like that, and they've got your arm. Holy cow, did you see that elbow go in? When your head has nowhere to go and it's trapped against the mat, he's still working on the arm here. Sarov trying to get his arm out, trying to get it free, trying to use strikes and trying to slam him on the back of his head to try to free that grip on his arm. But it's like I said, it's like walking a razor's edge. If it's going to go one way or the other, and sometimes it ends very badly for your elbow. There's that elbow again. Well, that time it worked out very good for his elbow, as he was able to smash his opponent with it right between the eyes. Keeps looking for that arm. Boy, he is persistent, isn't he? Trying to pull it out now. Now he's got a different position to try to pull out that arm in. Oh, now he's back on top. He's got his arm free here. Now let's see if he can do some damage with those punches. That's what he was working for. He's very slick with those elbow shots and those punches, those forearms. Oh my! Big right hand goes in. He sits back looking for a heel hook. Oh my! Look at the torque he's got on that ankle. He's just got to get it. He doesn't really have the position on it. Oh! It's very, very close. Trying to roll through it. Oh, now he's just rubbing his foot in his face. That's insult to injury there. Trying to free his leg. He doesn't have it yet. Just can't quite get the angle right. Oh, the right hand, an unprotected shot. He cannot free his leg. Oh, now he does. Scrambling now. Boy, he really dodged a couple of bullets there. This kid is like Houdini, the way he's able to get out of those arm bars and those heel hooks. Looking to pin his man down to the canvas and unleash some fury. There's a lot of arms and legs to get through, though. This kid's like an octopus with tentacles everywhere, trying to defend himself. Closing seconds. Wow, what an action-packed round that was. Take a look at these highlights from round number one. There was a lot of action in round number one. These guys were all over the place. There was a lot of attempts at arm bars, none of which were successful, but they certainly had the potential to be. Came pretty close to a heel hook on a couple of different occasions. And in the meantime, Sarov landing some big-time bombs to a grounded Tyshchenko. Yeah, round two coming up here. But we're going to find out real quick here what these guys are made of, because that was an exhausting round of action in round number one. Here we go. Pawing out with that right jab is Eugen Sarov. And again, two young guys. This is what that Eagles elimination is all about, especially the first part here in the prelims. Tyshchenko 1-0. Sarov making his debut. Body kicks going in from the Ukrainian. You can see he's just slightly taller and got a longer legs, it looks like, than his Moldovan opponent. Overhand left, he grabs a leg here. Let's see if he can finish it. Yes, able to get his man down to the canvas. Right here in front of my broadcast position. I can't even actually see them because my monitor's blocking the views. I'll have to watch the monitor here. Sarov trying to get past the legs of the Ukrainian and works his way right into side control. Looking for left hands, but Tyshchenko was fortunate enough to be able to get his arms inside, which will help with defense. Oh boy, you could feel that right hand go in. Trying to push that head back, get it in the striking control. It was able to hit him with a forearm though. Doing a good job of keeping his head close to the chest. Oh my, he got a good shot in that time. Slipping out the back door though. He's got a body lock on him with his legs there, and now he relinquishes it. This kid has got some wicked elbows. Eugen Sarov's he's able to generate incredible power with those elbows. And they're so much more effective than a fist, especially from that short range like that. And again, with your opponent's head trapped with nowhere to go against the bottom of the cage, and there they go. Big shots going in. Oh my, big left was able to find its way through, and a right. Those are powerful shots. They're literally about 10 centimeters right away from me. It hurts me, I'm so close here, feeling that action going in. You can see how uncomfortable Tyshchenko is in this position. He's all stacked up with nowhere to go, but he is trying to sink that triangle in. Oh boy, he's got that thing in pretty tight. He's working for it. It's not, he's got it almost like a head scissors right across his head. Oh man, that thing is very, very tight. But it looks like Sarov has his arm in a good way. His elbow is right on the pelvis of Tyshchenko, which is giving him a little bit of breathing room. Those left hands though might change his outlook on things. When you've got your head exposed like that, you're just ripe for the pickings. Oh man, those are vicious lefts. He's got his hands up now, blocking him. Well, the Ukrainian now has got those legs wrapped right around the head and the throat. You can see that he's turning purple and pink. Oh boy, this is not good. He's working on the arm now. Oh, and he's lost the triangle, but he's working for the arm bar. Oh, just pull it. Oh, he's turning his arm to the inside. Good defensive strategy there. And now he's going back to the triangle. He may have slipped out, but he's left the arm vulnerable. Whoa, my! What a comeback! Sarov able to get out of harm's way. And now he wants to punish his opponent. Now he wants to make him pay. He was able to survive those submission attempts. And, well, he may be in another one right now. He's got the triangle on the opposite side now. His head is exposed once again. Final seconds here, and there's the horn. Woo! That was close. That's about as close as you can get. I'll tell you what, Tyshchenko on so many occasions, in round one and again in round number two, just came this close to securing a submission victory. But as they say, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and not in MMA. Not able to finish this thing, and it was unbelievable how Sarov, after he escaped those submission attempts, still had enough intestinal fortitude left to be able to unleash some serious strikes in return. There's a look from the rearview mirror that time. Round three coming up for the first time tonight. Third and final round now. Straight right hand right down the middle that time by Andrey Tyshchenko. Oh, he comes in with an elbow of his own that time. Firing back now is Sarov. Nice body kick that time. I love the stand-up here of Andrey Tyshchenko. Oh, he brought it up to the chin, and that shin bone went right across the jawline of Eugen Sarov. Kind of a warning shot that time with the kick. Sarov closing in. Ooh, popped him with a right jab. Well, the atmosphere here in the National Circus of Moldova, this very small, intimate arena, I think the fans have a big influence here, because when the fans react to the action, you can hear everything that any fan is saying, loud and clear. Nice shots there by Sarov, but he left his left leg there. His left leg is caught up. Looking for an Achilles lock here. Oh boy, he's pulling back on it. He's pulling back on that leg. He doesn't have it all the way. You can see that the foot is not fully in control here. Or is it? See if you can adjust. And now Sarov almost rolling completely over to the other side. Still got the left leg to contend with, though. Now he's able to get into a guard position here, almost. Still got the knee. Look how he's putting the knee right across his throat now. Oh, that is a punishing place to be. And now he's finally snuck on top here. Uh-oh. Here come the elbows again. Here they come. Ooh, the right hand snuck its way through. You can see there's not as much pepper, though, on those punches as there was in the first two rounds. He's still delivering the elbows, though, with a tremendous amount of force. Well, at this point, Tyshchenko, you can see, is disheveled. He's completely exhausted here, and he doesn't seem to have the will to survive. Oh, he crushed him! He crushed him with an elbow! Look at those shots, just brutalizing the Ukrainian. Trying to pull that head back so he can get a clean shot. Chiseling little shots with the elbow. Short one that time. Those are the kind of shots that'll open you wide open. Good defense that time, getting the forearms up. He's still looking for submission attempts, so you can see he's still cognizant. Oh, or is he? Unprotected shots going in from Sarov. He's still looking for submissions. The wheels are still turning in his mind somehow. It's the fighter's instinct. May have bought himself some time with that maneuver. A minute and about 20 left in round number 3. Well, I'll tell you what, Tyshchenko has taken some serious punishment here in round number 3. Sarov was just unloading with the heavy artillery. The fact that Tyshchenko is still able to defend himself and still able to look for submissions is very impressive. Inside a minute now. Right hands. You can see the action starting to come to a lull here as these two using up what's left in their gas tank. 30 seconds remaining. Right hand goes in from Sarov. Looking for those fists, looking for the forearms. Oh, he got him with a left. Forcing his man to the ground. Looking for a few more shots. Oh, wow, and a big left right on the horn to finish it off. What an impressive round from Sarov. Let's go back and take a look at highlights from round number 3. There were a couple of more submission attempts from Tyshchenko, but for the majority of the round, Eugen Sarov was just sitting on top of Tyshchenko and just dismantling him, trying to remove the flesh from the face of Andrey Tyshchenko, and he landed some vicious shots. Let's send it up to Mike Diamonds for the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is by a split decision in favor for the red corner, Eugen Sarov.
It was close. It was a split decision, but in the end, Eugen Sarov got the victory after a huge third round.